Hey, what's up guys, Totallydubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review for the Logitech G403 Prodigy line. Now these two mice come in a wired and a wireless version. Now the wired version can be found for £60 on Amazon.co.uk and around $70 in the USA. The wireless version can be found for £100 and $100 in the USA. Damn you US guys, always getting it cheaper. Hashtag Brexit. Anyway, so the two mice are identical other than the fact that one is wireless and can be wired at the same time, whereas the other one is purely wired. Now, in terms of giving you a background of my knowledge of mice, I actually have been using daily the Logitech G303 at home, which uses and houses the same sensor found in the G403s. That is the PMW3366 sensor by PixArt, and that was an exclusive Logitech sensor, which now is no longer exclusive, but it's the ones that were found in the G403 as well. This mouse sensor, in my opinion, is one of the best mouse sensors in the world, simply because it's such an accurate sensor and works through all different sort of surfaces. I mean, surface is never a problem for PC master race people like myself, which are using mouse pads, but it's still worthy to note. It hosts up to 12,000 DPI, which is ridiculous in any sort of context. And in my case, I always use my Logitech G303 or 502 or these 403s at 1,450 DPI. That is my ideal DPI usage, both in Windows and when it comes to games such as CSGO. Now, in terms of what you get in the box, it's very simple. The wired version just comes with the mouse itself, and also, due to the compartment over here where you can add extra weight, comes with a 10-gram weight, which is very nice. One problem I found is that when you add the weight in, it's really hard to get it out, to the point that I have to use my Gambit Crimson Web knife to get it out of there. So I don't know if there's a better way of getting out, but in my case I found it's very hard. I know, that's what she said. So the G403 wired comes with that. The G403 wireless has the same thing, except it has a wire that can be detached, which is pretty obvious. Now the wire itself can be directly plugged into the mouse via micro USB port. In other words, it's useful in case you ever lose or break this cable. You can always use it in a wired version. At the same time, it does charge the mouse when it is plugged in. If you disconnect it, you can add it to this little I would say adapter, and you can put this near your desk in case your PC is very far away. If it isn't, then get rid of the whole cable and just add this mini dongle into your PC. Very easy to do and very nice. It's the same system that I found in a Logitech G900 wireless mouse by Logitech, and it works flawlessly. Now, this review / comparison is what I want to address in terms of wired versus wireless technology when it comes to gaming mice. Now, the Logitech G403 wireless houses the same sort of technology as a G900, which is the premium gaming mouse, a wireless gaming mouse out there offered by Logitech. Now, in terms of same technology, it means that interference doesn't suffer from interference like the G900, as in the G900 doesn't suffer from it either, and this one doesn't. The way that Logitech explained it is that they have it in a testing laboratory. They make it go around in circles with loads of different sort of signals thrown at it. That can be like microwave signals to, I don't know, 5 gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz signals, in order to try and interfere with the signal that's being done. What they said is the way it tracks is one of the best in the world. I mean, that's what every company will say anyway, but in my experience, I found it to track fantastically wirelessly. But the biggest thing for me is the latency difference between wired and wireless, and that's the biggest issue when it comes to wireless gaming. A lot of people will say, well, wireless gaming is fine, but it's not for the pros, and I totally agree with them. Even though I heard a Counter-Strike professional from, I think, Cloud9 saying they are very proud to be gaming via wireless, I think those guys really don't know what they're talking about when it comes to wireless technology, because there is a slight delay versus wired versus wireless. And this came even more apparent when I took the G403s and compared them side by side. The lag difference in terms of it's pretty much milliseconds we're talking about over here, is very, very small. If you'd taken the wireless mouse and never used the wired version before, you'd think, oh, it's fantastic, it works great. But then when you compare it to the wired version, you notice a slight little lag. And this is what I really want to outline in this video more than anything, because it's something that I feel that wireless technology, despite how far it's gotten, and it's really impressive, and as I said, the G900, let alone the G403, is one of the best wireless mice sensors and mice in the world. I still feel that wireless technologies can't fully replace wired technology, and this is why I really wanted to make this video more than anything. Now, speaking about the mice themselves, I feel they're fantastic mice, but they're a little bit overpriced given their competitors. And when I say competitors, I mean internal Logitech competitors. So you've got the Logitech G403, for example, that when I reviewed it came at £45. The G502 came in around £65, and I think the Logitech Pro comes in around £55. And then you got the 403s, which are supposedly aimed at more affordable gaming and people who don't always have time to play, therefore the Prodigy line. But yet the Prodigy comes at its cheapest at £60, stretching up to £100. And to me, that doesn't really appeal to the average gamer. It will appeal to those who are a bit more serious about gaming. Now, in terms of what you get with the mouse, you've got the scroll wheel, which acts as a button as well. You've got left and right buttons. You've got one at the top and two at the sides. It's a right-handed mouse, fits palm grip or fingertip grip, depending on how you hold it, how big your hand is. Mine is around from the top to the bottom over here, around 18 centimeters, give or take. So yeah. And then when it comes to actually using the mouse, I was very much comfortable in terms of ergonomics. As I said, I use the G403 on a daily basis, but now these mice have actually become, as in a wired mouse, has actually become my daily driver, and I use it without a weight. I should mention its overall weight. The G403 wired comes at 87.3 grams with the mouse only. And the wireless version is 107.2 grams with the mouse only, and that is without the inclusion of the extra 10 grams of weight. Now, the buttons can be fully customized. All of the buttons can be fully customized through the software. The lights can also be customized, so you've got full RGB control over here. You can see right now it's on a color cycle, and yes, it does include the one at the top and the Logitech G logo here. As you can see, for me, I've chosen to disable the Logitech G logo, and that's my daily driver at the moment, simply because I feel that the Logitech G logo, again, like in all the other mice I've reviewed from Logitech, warms up my palm, and because of me having a bit of sweaty hands, doesn't really make it really fun and pleasant experience. Now I'm going to go a little bit quiet and make you listen for the clicks. So the mouse clicks have a little accentuated click to them. They follow the same sort of tension system, the mechanical tension system they've got underneath. And for those wondering, you do have a little bit of spring back on this one, like the G502, but not as extreme. So like me, if you have sweaty palms, then you won't suffer that much from the sweaty palm finger thingamajiggy that comes off in terms of the sound. In other words, that sound. It does affect it versus the G303, but versus the G502, I think the 403 is much better designed in that respect. Now, in terms of sensor tracking, as I said, the 3366 sensor, if you're not aware of it, is one of the best around, and in my opinion, is still one of the best around. When it comes to testing these two, both in wired and wireless versions, the sensor was fantastic. I had no problems when playing Counter-Strike. It was flawless in terms of its operation. And I was very much impressed of how well it is with wired and wireless version. As I said, wireless version, you get a bit of latency difference, but that's not to do with the sensor. That's actually to do with just the communication between the mouse and your PC. So overall, guys, these mice I think are fantastic. This has actually become my new favorite just because of its form factor. It's a different form factor of the Logitech G303 or the Pro mouse. In other words, it's not really a palm grip or like a fingertip grip mouse. It really feels more of a, sorry, it's not a claw grip, what I meant. It's a palm grip mouse, meaning it's more comfortable to use for on a daily basis, and due to its weight being 90 grams as well, or 87.3 as in the wired version, I really like it. And versus the G502, which was a bit too heavy and a bit too clunky, I think this is a real good a mouse on the market, but it must be said that in comparison in terms of features, like for like features, the 403 has much less features than a 502. Anyway guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. Hopefully you've enjoyed the review. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and favorite and share if you want more unbiased, unpaid, and super honest reviews. Take care guys, Totally Dubbed out. Bye bye.